What's up? What's up on this wonderful Thursday? Hey, I know, right? Let's get it. Let's go. We is definitely turned up on Clash of Thoughts tonight. It's going down. So what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's up? What's going on over there?
It just chilling,
Chilling,
That's
drinking, smoking, eating.
having family time.
all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm your girl forever, and I have the wonderfulness.
Miss Nina motherfucking Ross in this motherfucking bitch with your boy,
Hey,
Cio Beats. You already know the deal.
hey, you better know it. Yeah,
Yeah, but we got a special guest tonight. We got more than one really, but it's a topic that I feel like it'll be a good topic to have. You know, Nisha a part of this. So
We got a room full of guests.
yeah. So let's talk about this reparation thing, man, because I'm tired of hearing about it.
Well,
And
you
and
know
and
what?
but
Let's talk about it because there's been a long discussion when it comes down to the African Americans or the Black Americans or whatever. It's been something that has been felt that we needed or that we should have, or why are we last to receive something like this? But it's always layers to something. You know what I'm saying? So let's just dive deep into the juice of it. You feels me?
Mhm. So, I mean, what do you feel, Thursday? What do you feel? You feel like we should have reparations?
You know, why not? And here is why. It's just always this magnifying glass on the culture of people that look like us. It's always like a nitpicking situation, like, oh, okay, it's a big deal when it come down to us. I feel like, other races, the Native Americans, the Asians, everybody has been receiving their reparations, and it has been no discussion about it. It has been nothing, bad about it or whatever. So when it come down to us, I think that we should gracefully accept it as well.
do we know of any other country? Do we know of any other
We're
country?
looking at that anyway, CO, like regardless if you mark that box on a application or not,
But we do we know of any other country where the British or any of these other European countries have went to enslaved people of that land, taken land from the people and gave them reparations? Not at all. Reparations are only given to foreigners. Okay, so
Well,
why
that's not true because there's a form of reparations that's like she said, Native Americans, you know
they
what I'm
don't
saying?
get
They have their
reparations?
land.
No, they don't. They live
That's
on
a form of their reparations.
look. Native Americans live
They
on what
get
we
that
call
because
a
they took land from them.
no, it's called a reservation. Okay, it's called a reservation. That reservation is ran by a chief. They have rules. You can't just go on that reservation and be a free man. Once you go to that reservation, you are under the laws and the rules of this goddamn tribe.
Okay.
Okay, so the
exactly.
thing is, look, that land don't belong to. It's not your land because you can get kicked out the fucking tribe. Okay, so what I'm telling you is this: this is
But
all
it belongs
government.
to the Native
Look
Americans.
it, no, these are 501c3s. Look it up. Every single tribe is a fucking nonprofit organization. Every single tribe is a
Mhm.
nonprofit organization. You can start your own tribe, bro. What I'm saying is a native is somebody that was born somewhere. That's not the same as an aboriginal or indigenous. It means you were just simply born somewhere. So that means everybody born in America is a native. So if this is your land and you're aboriginal to this land, why would you allow some other people to call you native?
Okay, but
That's
it's
not who you are. We're all Native Americans. Look up the definition. It means if you're born in a place, that makes you native to it. If me and my girl go to Africa and have a baby in Africa, that baby is going to be native to Africa.
So
But that is not an African baby.
is your argument that Native Americans are really just aboriginal?
No, no. If we paid attention in history, they told us that Native Americans came here from Mongolia. They're immigrants. This can't be your land if you migrated from another land. So we're saying that this is these people's land when in history they traveled here from Asia. You're an immigrant. You migrated from here from somewhere else. This can't be your land. Go back to where your peoples originated from. So Native American, this is not their land. They're Mongolian. They're not American, bro.
Okay, so the argument is though that as Black people, since we were enslaved and we was caused all this oppression over so many years, do we deserve some sort of reparation for that?
No.
Do we deserve our 4 acres and a fucking mule?
No. Because see, look, when it comes to the Jewish, when it comes to the Holocaust, some people say 5 million, some people say it was nowhere near that amount. When it comes to American history, some people say it happened, and other Black people say shit. My family was never slaves. So what I'm saying is, how can we, if every Black people wasn't a slave in America, why are we all saying that we were ancestors of slaves? There were free Black people. How come you don't know you was an ancestor of some of the free Black people? Every Black person don't believe in slavery, don't believe in that narrative. So even if we were enslaved, don't you understand that the people behind reparations is like organizations like ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves? Okay, when we do this, we are agreeing and we're going with the narrative that we were slaves. Who wants that history? The Spanish.
If that was part of our history, it was part of our history. I don't want to fucking cover up the history and make it seem like we weren't slaves.
But Jamaicans were enslaved. The people of the fucking South America was enslaved. But you don't hear the Jamaicans going around talking about the white man enslaved us, the white man doing
it. Because they got Jamaican.
But
they got Jamaican.
And we have the United States, but we don't want it. We want to be Africans.
No, we want the United States, but they don't want to let us have it. That's the whole point of the reparations.
So if you got
some sort of ownership of the land that we already live in, they look at us like it's not our land, but it is our land. We want some sort of ownership of that.
But how is it your ancestors come from Africa?
Look, let's go to this. Okay, so the whole history of slavery is that, you know, Black people were traded for, like, okay, Africans, and this is the whole trade era. Africans had slaves in Africa, okay? And they were trading their slaves for the Europeans' weapons because Europeans had a different type of weapon, okay? Everybody that's in America in this day was not from Africa. So those are facts. I mean, through generation after generation, of course, we're a big old mixing pot of race, all right? So just because we look this way doesn't mean we're African. However, when it comes down to the American eye, we are considered African American, right? And, you know, based on the Jim Crow law, based on the fact that back in the day, like, you know, people that look like us was considered like animals, like some type of property, you know, even if it was, you know, the narrative definition of slavery, there was still some form of mistreatment and there was some form of inhumane. So
but where's the proof? Where's the proof besides word of mouth? Besides us hearing stories,
our ancestors is our ancestors and things and people like somewhat like prophets.
Why do you participate? But why do you want to participate in your enemy system? Why do you even want to vote?
Let's just one person at a time. Thug Miss is talking.
But I'm saying, how do we prove?
Look,
how do we prove? Can anybody name one fucking African king that owned slaves? Is there a name, or are we just going to say African king did this and they were trading? Do we? What I'm saying is this:
there were different tribes in Africa, which still to this day that beefed with one another.
It don't matter. But what's one of them African countries said that they lost us to one of them wars or to one of them beef? What African country is claiming us as their people? Not one single one. So what I'm saying is, why us Black people in Africa is claiming this history, we have no proof of it. Even the place that we're supposed to come from, they don't even have fucking proof of it.
Okay, you're talking about a people who have no idea where the fuck we came from.
Yes, we do.
We don't.
There's Black Indians. Look, there's Black Indians.
Give our fucking people something to believe in. Give our people something to anchor to. If it's not African, then what is it?
You are here. You are in your land. You are what we call a Negro. Okay, if right now, if you pulled up Afro-Mexicans, if you pulled up motherfucking Cubans, right? If you pulled up Puerto Ricans, they're going to show you people that look like us with afros and shit. Okay, so what I'm saying is, when you go throughout the Americas, you find Black people that have the same features and shit. We're not like Indians and Africans and shit. We clearly stand out from these other black groups of
We're the
people.
only people
They
that
are
you can
not
find in
Negroes.
every country.
They are not Negro. African is not a fucking Negro. They're African. We are not the same people. That's like saying the dark-skinned Indians. Like, just be the people from India with the red dots on their heads. Just because they dark-skinned, they don't have our hair texture or nothing else. They just have dark fucking skin. Just because you have dark skin don't make us the same fucking people. The Chinese don't think that the Japanese is the same. They don't think the Koreans is the same people. They know, okay, this is who I am. We the only motherfuckers who want to put the same fucking boat and say we're the same people.
I don't believe black people are we're not one people. There's been slaves from Haiti. There's been slaves from all types of places where black people come from. To circle as African American is something American.
Yeah.
You know,
But what I'm saying is there are black tribes.
Jamaican, Haitian, American, African American, African. You're still looked at as still niggas.
It don't matter. You got tribes here like the Iroquois, like the Cherokee. You have black Native American Indian tribes here in America. They never consider themselves African. Never. They consider themselves Indians. They wear the feathers. They live on the reservations and all that. So that's what I'm saying. They are Negro. Okay, they don't claim to be African American. They don't say.
We don't consider ourselves.
We've been giving African American.
No, you only giving something that you accept. If a motherfucker call you a shithead, you gonna say, "Oh, I'm a shithead" because the white person called me a shithead? No.
Okay, well, when you born into that and everybody's referring to us as African American, that's all you fucking know. That's what you're gonna refer to yourself as too.
So
If
when
you ask me, I'm be like, I don't even fucking know.
But
I don't
so
know.
okay, so when somebody like me bring up something different than the narrative, why people just don't sit back, listen to what the fuck I'm saying, and see it from a different aspect instead of defending a history that motherfuckers don't know about. It is.
I mean,
Like Misha said, we have been taught something. We were born into something. We were taught something, right? And so this is the mentality we have because we were taught. But as adults, what are you going to do? You're going to keep fucking going with what you were taught as a child, as an adolescent, when you were so easy to manipulate?
At the end of the day,
Or are you going to critical think? But you can't prove, you cannot spread as rumor because it can't be proven.
CEO, like, look, at the end of the day, when it comes down to America, we are considered African Americans. Okay?
No, not all of us.
Let me finish. And then when
Not
it
all
comes
of us.
down to us being,
No, you get to check your own paper box.
hello, when it comes down to us being a part of gaining wealth, okay, it has been restricted, and that's just facts. It has been restricted for us to gain wealth. Like, even in the corporate business, like, we're not paid the same rates. We're not offered the same opportunities as others, you know? And what's happening is they're trying to give us opportunity, which should have been done a long time ago, to build on our wealth, to build on, you know, businesses and different opportunities that was stripped from us, because these laws are real, CO, regardless if you want to believe it or not. There was a segregation. There was a Jim Crow law. There was a time when we were considered Negroes. There was a time when we were not even considered human. It's all documented. So because of those facts, regardless of where we come from and who we really are, when people look like us, we are automatically targeted. We're targeted when it comes down to, you know, gang banging, police, violence, all type of stuff. We're targeted with messed up, like, attitudes, upbringings, like trying to fit in. You talk white, you act white, and all this stuff that we have to face, you know. And so I think this is a day where it's like, you know what? The Jim Crow, all of these things that what America was built on with people like us needs to stop, and we need to give them an opportunity to build wealth. I think it's a loan.
my question is,
to build the economy.
and my question is, what do those reparations look like? Do those reparations look like just a dollar amount? Do those reparations look like, you know, a change in the system? What do those reparations look like? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We need to be able to, the problem with Black people is that we refuse to come together and really be a unit. You know what I'm saying?
It's black, white, racial wealth divided.
Okay, look,
Right? So
Okay, look, how do we?
they want to bridge the gap. It's like, you know what? We've been through a lot.
Have you
It's been
seen?
a lot
Have
of
you
movements.
have you seen
Not
Rick Ross house?
our ancestry. We've been through a lot, and even to this day, as a Black woman, as a Black man, like we're consistently going through, all kind of like just
All right, but what about your Oprahs and your fucking Tyler Perrys and your Rick Rosses and your LeBron Jameses and your Kobe? They're not getting held down. They have way more money than the average white person. They live way better than the average white person. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. We speaking as us as a whole, like they're holding us down. No, when Asians come here, they don't rely on the fucking government to goddamn help them build communities and shit. No other race do that but us.
Asians get in the position of power and they hire other Asians. That's what my point is. As Black
Start
people,
a business and hire Blacks.
okay, but as Black people, that's the thing that people do.
To start a business.
So why are we blaming them?
Blaming
So why are we blaming other races for holding us down if we're holding each other down?
Because they run the fucking system.
No, they don't. It's Black. That's why I made points. You have Black sports team owners. You have Black billionaires. Look at Oprah. Look at Tyler Perry. What? Like I said, if they were holding us down as a race of people, Gucci man, a nigga with no high school diploma, no college degree, a drug dealer would not be a millionaire. You wouldn't have all these drug dealing niggas rapping about violence and all that type of shit. Millionaires. While the rest of us are struggling, while we're supporting these niggas who are
running those drug dealer millionaires. The fucking billionaires that own their shit.
It doesn't, but they are in a position to where they have opportunity. They can start business and they're shaking hands with these motherfuckers. So what I'm saying is, why are we blaming them when our people are in a position that they're billionaires and millionaires, but they're not trying to do nothing for us? Okay, so what I'm saying is, you can't say that they're trying to hold us down as a people when you literally have thousands of Black millionaires. Literally. So how are they holding us down as a people? When Africans come to America, they say
those people have money to do it. Those people have money to do it.
Other Black people.
So why are we blaming
Jews? When you look at the fucking Jews, they're giving opportunities to other Jews.
And who are they?
All you gotta do is be Jewish.
Okay.
Like when it comes to Black people, we gotta do over and beyond for our people.
Victimize ourselves, yes or no? Because you clearly said that other races, they get in a power position and they hire other people. Now, in the music industry, the sports and entertainment, they got Jewish agents, Jewish lawyers, all of this. Niggas do not look at the shit that Kanye talking. He ain't went out and made no motherfucking broke designer famous or rich, my nigga. So these Black people who are in a position of power, they're
not helping you.
Thank you. So what I'm saying is this. If these other races are succeeding by getting together, we cannot blame us not getting together on other races. That's on us. They're not holding us down.
Okay, and that's probably why these reparations. Can you guys hear me? Hello, testing, microphone check. I mean, damn. Because I can go back to school.
We put on the way. All right, go ahead, girl.
What I'm saying is simply this. These people who have this money, okay, they're only a certain few. But the bottom line of everything is that there's always been discriminatory public policies. And you can see it in the criminal justice system that, Black people, are not offered the same wealth opportunities to build, to build wealth in their families. Not everybody are able to do that. So what they're like, look, we're going to give them opportunity to build wealth. But here is my question. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, but I have a question.
Yes.
We talk about all of this, like billionaires and Oprahs and people of that nature. My thing is, when we do get the money, what are we going to do with it? We already seen what happened with COVID. Sometimes, I'm the type, I don't blame other races for whatever downfalls of the melanated culture. I don't know. I don't blame anybody because we are a mess. And I'm sorry, we have to get it together because Rims, Jordans, chains,
Bad.
all that stuff is
All
not
that
wealth.
shit.
First of all, I think that they
That's
should
what I'm
offer
saying.
classes. They should offer classes and opportunity for Black people to learn how to be business owners, how to
That's what
start
I'm
a
saying. That's why I
think they
said,
should
what
come
does
with that.
reparations look like? Because to me, a dollar
Right.
amount is not going to fix the fucking problem.
But that's
We
what
done
black
had
people
dollar
want.
amounts and
Yeah,
plenty of
because
shit.
you
Niggas
give these
still
people
fraud
this
and shit to
money,
be given the
and
fucking time.
they about
And
to
we
get you
fucked that shit
see
up.
Benzes and shit. Benzes that they can't even put gas in. So now where your
Thank
reparations
you.
is
Thank
going?
you. Thank you.
It's like,
Reparations to
Black
me
people
looks
is
like
always used to
opportunity.
this handout situation of like, like you owe me this. And this is how we live life. We want everything microwave. And I'm not saying we, like I'm included, because I am someone who had to learn how business and how to learn how to survive and be on top. I peep the game. I peep how different races are when it comes down to economic gain and economic wealth. But there is, the American dream. All right. In all other countries, there is no American dream. The American dream is here and right now. And so we were stripped from, well, majority was stripped from having that
Black,
opportunity.
white, Hispanic, it's somebody in every race.
That's the whole
That's
point
here
of
in
the
America,
American
living
dream,
the
that
American
anybody
dream.
can get it as long as you.
Exactly.
Yes,
But
yes.
but there's black
There
people.
are laws that are hindering you from obtaining. Like
But
I
we
kept
can't say
mentioning,
that
the
when we see plenty of
segregation,
black
the
people
Jim
that have
Crow.
obtained
There
more than
are
the
that
average
are
white
different
person.
layers.
Okay,
This
let's
is
get shit
America.
like
Wait a minute, it's America's fault why we are not in a better place. Like, come on now, we could go real deep, like especially with the migration of quote unquote slaves from the South to the West Coast. Like the government was actually setting up areas like Compton, Watts, and a lot of other places that were just specialized for Black people. Then they put drugs in there, guns, and all type of shit. Like, I mean, America has done some really fucked up shit to
I mean, if you notice what the going theme is, just isolate them, put them all in the same fucking area so that we can do our best to control what's there. Whether it's denying your loans, putting drugs in the fucking community, or whatever. It's always the same thing.
Baby, if you know somebody that's always broke, are you going to go to them and ask them for money? No. Why am I going to go to some people that I know is going to discriminate against me, bro? That's what I'm saying. What do we? Hold on. I didn't say nothing. Let me say this. So look, as a parent, do you teach? If your child want to play football, do you encourage it? If your child want to be successful in this fucked up system that we claim holding Black people down, do you encourage your child to be a part of this fucked up system? Exactly.
We don't give up.
Exactly.
That's what we're not gonna do.
And that's our problem, bro. We complain about the hand that feed us. We're biting the hand that feed us.
At the end of the day, this is the only life that we fucking live.
Well,
we're born here. We're gonna keep on fucking trying, and that's what's keep on having Black people fucking alive to this fucking day and thriving in different fucking areas.
Well,
we're not gonna give up.
Like I said, we can't say they holding us down, but then at the same time encourage our kids to try to be successful in this system that's holding us down. Why would you set your child up to go through this racist?
Because we're gonna keep on doing it.
Everybody don't do that.
Well,
start a business. If you started your own business. If you started your own business, do you know how many people have a business and they bring their kids up in that business? Their kids never work for nobody.
But that's also things that we're teaching. Bro, look at how we are with our children. Look at our fucking children. My son, that nigga's fucking 8 years old, and his main thing is, I want to fucking make money for myself. Like, this nigga not thinking about, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be this. That nigga like, what can I do to make money for myself and own my own shit at 8 years old? That's the whole point, is that we're trying to fucking reshape how our children are thinking, how our people are thinking, so they can survive in this fucked up system.
But encouraging them to get in this fucked up system is not shaping them.
It's encouraging them to have their own.
But you're listen, if you're encouraging them to be a part of somebody else's system, how is that them having their own if they're a part? They took Kanye endorsements, money, and all of that. It's showing you that.
Because Kanye gave control to them people.
It's showing you, like I said, why want to be successful in the industry where people can just take your money, discriminate against you, call you niggas, and put you down. Why?
We don't want to be successful in the system.
Listen.
We want to be successful without the system.
Listen,
That's
1 minute,
the whole purpose.
1 minute, Kanye's using them so he can get on his platform. Okay, this is how he got on his platform, by fucking with these people. Okay, so you cannot use this platform to become successful, and then you want to turn around and you want us to back you up because they not fucking with you, but you don't fuck with us.
Because Kanye thought he was gonna get to.
I don't care what you thought. You're an adult. You're an adult.
The whole point is having the control.
Once again, that's because his parents didn't tell him, hey, you would never have control in this fucked up system. That's why I said, why do we encourage our fucking kids to become successful just to have this shit taken, away from them?
Just let me ask you, in what way do you encourage your son to be successful?
By being where he want to be in life, by figuring out what he want to do with his life, and letting him know that, look, this world is a facade. It's nothing in this world. Nothing in this world is real.
What he has to navigate through? You have to navigate through a system. And with the whole reparation shit, that's a small part of the problem. Money can fix, niggas feel like money can fix any of the problems. We are in a systemically involved system that fuckers all over the same, and we should be past 40 acres in the medium.
Look,
that's how I feel.
Have any of y'all ever known me to complain about experiencing racism? No. That's why I'm telling you, every single black person.
At the same time, you're the same fucking black man that was raised by a woman that taught you how to get through this fucking system, because sometimes you got to play a fucking part because of our skin color. So don't even, Terrell, because we both was fucking raised like that. We know that we got to play a part sometimes because of the way that we look.
I show respect to those who show respect to me. I done got pulled over by cops with, look, Batman can tell you. Batman can tell you.
How many white people you know having this conversation right now? It
doesn't matter. I'm a black man, okay? And we're talking about how we get treated, all right? I have not, look, I know niggas have come across racist people, fucked up cops and all that. Last time I got pulled over, I was speeding, no license. We had drugs, guns in the car. No, none of that. The police didn't pull nobody out the car, didn't give me a ticket. None of that shit. They was cool, and it was 2 white cops. It's a nigga. It's a car full of niggas.
We all experienced that too.
On our way to the raid. So what I'm saying is this: why one black man might be getting pulled out of his fucking car, beat, everybody don't. So what I'm saying, why do we want to put everybody in a box? Because we got the same skin color.
Because some shit that happened. Because this man right here is still the same man that got pulled over and accused of robbing a fucking store. When
I don't know him. I don't give a fuck.
So I'm just saying, you're saying that you had that experience, but there still are black men and our black people that have this experience of being racially fucking profiled. So just because you didn't have the experience does not make it untrue.
That's my argument. My whole argument is this. Just because that's your experience don't mean it's mine. I'm the one who said that.
Shit, fuck that. We still gonna fight for everybody though.
But that's the same nigga who gonna break in your house and beat your ass and rape you.
I'm talking about James.
Of course, that's fine. What I'm saying is, if you hear that around the corner or in another state, this nigga got pulled over by the police and shot, the whole country is up in uproar now. We don't know that fucking man. Okay, we don't know him. What I'm saying is, look, we go through real life shit all the time. Everybody's reality is not the same, bro. So what I'm saying is this: you can't put everybody in the same boat, because once again, even if half of the country black was slaves and people in the North wasn't, why are we all? Can I just finish, please? Please, can I just finish? Can I just finish?
Okay.
Why do we all claim to be from the motherfuckers from down south that was enslaved? Why none of us is saying, hey, my ancestors were some free niggas? It's like we want to be the fucking people who were enslaved, even though we know for a fact every black person in America wasn't a slave at this time. We know this for a fact, but we don't want to claim to be from the non-slaves. We want to claim to be from the slaves. We all do not come from this fucked up history. So stop putting all of us in a boat like, yeah, it's a black thing. No, it's not. Tell that to LeBron. Tell that to all of these successful black people.
The white people who feel like it is.
Look, all the white people who do not got the privileges of these niggas with millions of dollars. Okay, it's hella white people that would never live like a lot of these niggas with millions of dollars. Okay, so what I'm saying is, we sitting there talking about, yeah, they holding us down, but you got black people living in mansions, you got white people living in shelters, white people living on the street, but you got black people who own actual apartment complexes. You got black people who own real estate. But you have white people who cannot get in the real estate business. You got white people who can't get a business loan. You got white people who are considered white trash.
What I'm saying is that it is time for us to create that generational kind of knowledge of wealth.
But you do that within your family.
Because, exactly.
Not as a group of people.
Exactly. That's
you
fine.
Do it within your family.
Do it within our family. We do it within even our people that we see. Fucking Hispanics do it all the fucking time, okay?
Every race do it, but
go ahead, Forever.
Okay, so let's not forget what reparations are for. They're for what our ancestors went through. It's not necessarily for what we're going through right now. See, we were not here when all this stuff was happening, all this, brutality and, stripping us from our rights and all this stuff. We're here, what are we, like late 70s, 80s babies talking about this stuff? Like, we didn't experience none of this stuff that our ancestors experienced. So that's basically what reparations are for, is the simple fact of what our ancestors have been through.
But none of us can't even tell the name of what ancestors have went through that. We don't even have a name of so listen, stop interrupting me, please, bro. Look, what I'm saying is this. If I can say my great-great-grandmother. All right.
It's a lot of people.
We don't have no. You talking about our ancestors, but you can't tell me which ancestor was enslaved.
We can't both.
We want to be slaves so bad, bro. We want to be descendants of slaves so bad. We don't got no proof. No family history of these things. Only come from the
You have to.
No, our grandmother never told us nothing about slavery.
Right. Y'all just talk to me when y'all ready. I'm a listen. And y'all just talk to me when y'all ready to hear what I got to say. You know what I mean? Because I'm under the weather. I can't yell. I can't fight. I can't. So I'm just basically saying that there are families that are very, very serious about their family tree. Like, for instance, the Marshall side, of my family. They're dang, they got fucking them black back in the day slavery photos and shit of family members and shit. And so, it just basically depends on the family dynamics of each individual. You may not know who your ancestry is, but a lot of people do.
The enslaved, they're enslaved ancestors. The enslaved ancestors. The enslaved ancestors we're supposed to be getting reparations from. What I'm saying, how can I say, hey, you did this to my ancestor, but I can't tell you what aunt, what great grandmother, none of that. You got to understand, every generation, your grandparents multiply by 2.
Negro birth certificate. It's going to go back to the Negro birth certificate. For instance, my
mother, don't say slave, it just say Negro. It don't say slave.
Okay, but if you read the Jim Crow law, if you read the law, it says Negroes. Okay. How to make a Negro a slave. It says Negro. All of that documentation says Negro, which is what we're considered to be. When you look at my mom's birth certificate, even my brother was born in the 70s, dude. 70s. His birth certificate says Negro.
Okay, but where does it say Negro? The definition of Negro is a slave.
Reparations or not? I think
but
the slave.
Does it say the definition of a Negro don't say slave.
Here nor there. The slave aspect of things are near, there, or near, or whatever the fuck that saying is, simply because there was segregation. Okay, that's facts. There was a time when only white people can do certain things, only black people can do all this stuff. That shit is real. There was a time when you cannot make the same pay as a white person. There's a time you couldn't get a business opportunity because of your race. You couldn't get a house. You couldn't get a lot of things were stripped because of laws of the land that we live on. So they are saying the people that really had to endure these changes and shifts, need their offspring, which is us, deserves an opportunity to build wealth. When these white people created wealth, born into wealth, and so is these other races. So is these other races. But guess what? Not the Black American. The Black American don't even have a race, to be honest, because we're not African. I concur. When an African person comes to America and they see us, oh my God, they don't like us that much, unless you know them personally, but they don't really like the Black American. So I feel what you're saying on that part. However, reparations is coming from America being the cause and the reason for our downfall. And you can see all around Compton, you can see all around LA and many other places on the South, all the Black communities, people of color is in desperation of wealth and help. And that's why there's a lot of violence in our culture. That's why it's a deaf culture. It's a lot of violence. It's a lot of jealousy. That's why we rather get Jordans than buy an office, because it's about
I just got a quick question. How did Black people end up owning land in the South? Because all of us come from grandparents and shit from the South, and they all grew up on fucking farms and shit like that. Okay, they our great grandparents and shit from the South, they owned land. How did we go from being enslaved on this land to owning it? Gentrification would not exist if Black people didn't actually own shit. So what I'm saying is this: how did we get that land down South that our fucking families own, right? If the fuck it was the slave master didn't let us go and give us the land. If he did, he already gave us our 40 fucking acres. How did our people get the fucking land that they were enslaved on? We come from the South as Black people. We was not, before all of this shit, living in projects. Our fucking grandmothers and them was living in houses and shit, living on land, my nigga. They wasn't living in projects and slums and shit. Our mothers and our grandparents left the South because of the industrial industry and shit, and grew. Our parents was the first generation motherfucking Californians and West Coast motherfuckers and East Coast motherfuckers. Okay, so our great grandparents and shit, they own land in the South, bro. That's why I'm saying we're sitting here like, oh, they're doing this and they're doing that, but when we really look at life, Black people that had plenty of fucking businesses, even doing Jim Crow days and all that type of shit. Black people
Let's talk about
Black people has never.
Let's talk about a lot of eras where they burned down that shit.
Listen,
too,
right?
And they took those things.
I hear that, but look.
So yeah, I got them. But they also
yes, it was a lot of that. Right.
We witnessed the watch riots. I can clearly say I watched Black people burn down LA because they was mad. I watched Black people burn down their own fucking city because they was mad. Stop. Okay, listen. We quick to talk about these motherfuckers and we fuck over our own.
Okay,
stop.
That
every single
unity amongst our people
every time they build something nice for the ghetto, for us ghetto kids, we fuck it up. We fuck this shit up. Okay. So what I'm saying is this one, even when these people do come and try to provide shit, the gangs turn the fucking neighborhood park into their gang park. Okay, we can't even have shit in our own communities because of these gangs and certain shit like that. So we can sit back and say the white man this, the white man that, but yet these gang members got tens of thousands of dollars. A lot of these niggas, they get to move out the hood. A lot of these gang members and dope dealers, they can't go to private schools, nigga.
That was given by the government to sell to the people to kill them.
Like I said, we have plenty of opportunity as Black people. We just want to just make it seem like we don't.
We don't, because look, it's been on our section against this.
So why you support niggas like Kanye West?
No, I'm just saying, look, like she was saying.
Those of you who are watching, the link to join the show is in the comments. So if you're, interested in joining Clash of Thoughts, go ahead and press that link in the comments. All right.
So not too long ago, Lisa, we went to a deep dive about how many Black affluent communities were lakes built on top of these communities, affluent Black communities. Destroyed.
Nice. Get up in the scene. I don't even see you.
Even Central Park in New York. That was
scoot over so I can see nice.
Say what?
I said scoot over so I can see nice. I can't really see him and I can't really hear him either.
Yeah, there's a lot of affluent Black communities with money, with generational wealth built into the community that were burnt down underwater, man-made lakes built over them. You know what I'm saying? We're literally built in a system that was made to keep us down. And with that, people say hurt people. We come from generations of hurt. So with that, we're going to build on top of that.
But who's telling us this? Because it's like college. Look, we don't have no. What I'm saying is, I just have a question. Who can prove that these lakes are built over black burial sites? We're taking.
Yes.
Stop! You're taking the white man's information.
That's black people
Terrell,
information.
you're not going to sit here and constantly question.
Yeah, what information are you taking?
The information
What
is
you
there.
question? Show the source. Show me where you can prove that these people built over black graves. I don't care. That's not a fucking proof. That's not proof.
Fictional story.
See,
They can tell the story to
anybody listening, that's me. If you can't show me, if you can't show proof, then you're just going off of a story.
You have to take the time to look at it.
That's fine. I don't got to because there's no
You
proof.
need to because it's there.
There's no proof.
It's there.
I can't prove it. I don't have the technology to look under the water and look under the ground.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's non-existent. That's not what you're saying.
Like I said, how can you prove that these people build shit over black burial sites?
The information is out there.
By who?
I'm telling you.
But who put it out? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm telling you.
Did we put it out as black
people
people?
were
Yeah.
asking
Well, show me
for
the
that
source.
information.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a source.
Okay.
After this story, I'm gonna show you a source where it says where African black community.
And share the source, you know what I mean? For the people who are watching.
No, but show me that it came from us. Is what I'm telling you.
This system.
Show me that we did
Our
that.
police system comes from fucking hound dogs and shit chasing down slaves.
If anybody asks me to prove something, I'm gonna do it. If you in court and they tell you, nigga, when you go into there and you can't prove what you saying, bro, they throwing the shit out, my nigga. So what I'm saying, if somebody says, Cio, you're making this claim, if somebody said you're making this claim, prove it. I'm gonna prove it because I'm making a claim. This is how I can't prove something didn't happen. That don't even make sense.
It's there.
How do you prove something didn't happen? You can only prove it did happen. You can't prove something never happened.
It's there.
Okay, look, do me a favor, Nice. Go to the lake, do your research, and you do the research, and I'll trust.
I'm not gonna.
You're asking me to trust some people that I don't know just because you trust me.
Scuba dive.
Exactly. So the niggas don't want to do the work, but niggas want to. But niggas want to say this is fact. Okay, you ever heard of cross-referencing?
Yeah.
Okay, what's wrong with cross-referencing?
That's not even a.
Just go with the narrative.
Niggas don't know.
Just go with the narrative, right?
Are you familiar with the Tulsa, Oklahoma City bar?
Some fucking a live person that explains Tulsa fucking.
Yeah, my dad is in the 80s. His parents were sharecroppers. That's not too far from the descendants of slaves.
I said, prove to me that there are underwater burial sites of black communities.
Okay, I will prove to you. Once this shows up, I will prove to you.
That's all I said. Just prove it. If you're making that claim, just because proof speak loud, you don't even gotta say nothing. You would just if I'm asking you for some information, give it to me. And now if I get an article and it's from the fucking New York Times or something, that's not what I said. I said from us, from our people. Why we sitting here talking about the white man keeping us down, but yeah, we're taking their information and we're fucking acting like it's the truth. But yet they're keeping us down. But yet they're the same people who giving us this fucking narrative, bro. So that's what I'm saying. If that's the enemy, why are you taking the enemy's information? Because why he pulled on your heartstrings? We so emotional about shit. It's like, why do we want to be that victimized in history?
I just think we're in the age of super misinformation, and it's not to say that what we're giving is all lies.
See, the black aboriginals,
pieces of truth.
The black aboriginal.
It's up to you to research that.
Look, the black aboriginals. The black aboriginals say we built pyramids. The black aboriginals say we've been here building great shit before the white man even came here. That's what the black aboriginals of this land say. We've been great. Okay, but these African-based niggas want to make it seem like we wasn't great. We was just slaves. No, nigga, we've been had shit here. We've been built shit here. Our ancestors been here.
That doesn't make
Indians do not live in fucking pyramids. They don't even have the technology to build this shit, okay? All of this shit that America has built, the Native Americans did not have the technology or never built it. Their names ain't on nothing. Their names ain't on nothing.
Do you believe that there was a time that people that look like us? That's all I gotta say. Do you believe there was a time of being beaten and lynched? Do you believe that to be true? That there was a time when these people were beaten and lynched and hung on a tree, and where a sheriff partaked and participated in these rallies?
No.
Do you believe that's true?
Not at all.
Emmett Till.
He don't know
You
Emmett
believe
Till.
in
He don't
Emmett
know the Till family. Look, once again, you're running with a story.
No, you don't
Look,
believe
look, black
nothing. If you
people
don't
didn't
believe in nothing, you gonna fall for
listen,
anything. You
listen,
can't
listen, and I'm
just
gonna tell
lie
you
to
why
your
I
people's
don't.
sons to believe
Black
in
people
nothing.
did not. Black people did not put the Emmett Till story out. What black newspaper reported on the Emmett Till story? What black news station or newspaper or what black organization that
There was no black
report? We were
newspaper back
given
in
that
that
by the
day.
so-called
There was no
enemy.
black newspaper.
All right, there's a lot of trust going on in this fake history. We want to talk about how history fake, but we want to pick and choose what we want to be real, my nigga. Look, white people will tell you that this government is bullshit and the history is fake. Every fucking body will tell you this goddamn shit, except for us. We want to take their information, what's in their history books, what they taught us, and we want to apply the shit as real. When even a white person will tell you, you cannot trust these people. They hold down their own people. There's white poor people right fucking now. When the goddamn cop shoot an unarmed white man, he don't go to jail. He get away with it just like it was a nigga. There are poor white people now. They fuck over their own people. They vaccinate their own people.
Obviously, evidently obvious today. Like, come on, we
No,
just
we can't act like white people don't shop at Walmart.
The racial battle with COVID-19. We just had, you know, all this racist stuff. Like, America is racist as fuck when it comes down to black people, period. I do believe that people was beaten and
we
lynched.
racist too. We say the same shit. We call white people crackers.
Yeah,
we
but
talk bad, especially
we don't have that same type of power. Like, we are not the same.
white people live in my apartment building. They don't have no power. The white people in my apartment building don't have no power. The white girl who cashed me out today at the fucking cash at Target, she don't have no power.
She may not got power, but she got privilege.
No, nigga, I got power within my house. Once I step out my house, I'm in the world with everybody else. Inside my house, I got power. You only got power in your household.
But when it comes down to inside of America, no, you don't.
Well, look, participate with the bullshit or don't. Everybody don't participate with this shit. Everybody don't participate in this goddamn shit. If this shit is racist and shit, why are we striving to be a part of it? Just let the shit go like I did. Let the shit go. Why you want to believe the worst of the worst happened to you, man? Let that shit go. Fuck that shit, nigga. We come from greatness, bro. We don't come from that bullshit.
Yeah, we come from greatness, and a lot of times, like, horrible things happen to people of greatness because of jealousy, because they can't have.
But show me another race of people in history that was great, that went through what we went through. There's no other race of people in history that was great that went through what we went through. That's why I say we got a victimized mentality.
Something.
We got to victimize. No matter how many black successful people we see, we still got a victimized mentality. You got black judges, you got black sheriffs, you got black fucking governors, you got black mayors, you got black everything in every position in America. You have a black person in a position of fucking power. They would not be in a position of power over white people. You think they would let a black person be a mayor or a governor governing over white people? No, nigga, come on. They would keep you in that at the bottom. You'd be just an entertainer or some shit like that. No, you get to become a judge. You get to become a fucking Supreme Court judge. You get to fucking become head of these military branches and all that type of shit, my nigga. They teach black people how to make bombs. They teach black people how to fly the planes. They teach black people how to fucking have tactical military tactics, all that shit, nigga. There's nothing they're not giving us that they're not giving to other people. What it is the victimized motherfuckers who want to say, you know what, I can't do this because you're stopping me, but there's other black people who doing what you want to do. And nobody's stopping them. Nobody is stopping them.
So in the 1800s, you don't think that there was a cotton picking time? You don't think
there
that people
was, but listen, what I'm saying is,
is any of our people making money because of the cotton that was picked by our ancestors? No.
All right, let me give you this perspective. If you own the cotton, let's say right now you bought a fucking cotton field, and you said, Cio, Batman, Nisha, all y'all, you know, I need y'all to come in and help me run this family business. We all gonna be out there picking cotton. What the fuck are you like? Just because of people was out there picking cotton don't mean that they were not doing whatever job they were doing, or their family. Look, black people own them same lands in the South. I just said it. We can prove it. Look how many black people still got ties to land in the South. Okay, so what I'm saying is if we always own that land where that cotton was growing at, maybe the cotton industry was ours. The white man can't come here from Europe, never fucking experienced cotton in his fucking life, right? Come here, bring some people here that ain't never been here, show them how to pick cotton. Come on, the white man didn't even know how to pick cotton. That's our industry. That's our industry. Our ancestors was picking cotton
Yeah, it's an
because
industry
our
that's
ancestors
continuously doing
invented
well
cotton. We
on if
discovered
we're
it.
not.
We discovered cotton, tea, tobacco.
Right,
If you look
and
back in
that's like
history, that shit was
okay.
coming from America.
Okay, great. All right. But the government, the people of white color, whatever, always take shit that we created, always take shit that we built. Look at rock and roll. Look what happened to a lot of motherfucking, like, look, the Five Heartbeats and the Temptations. Like, white people are always taking stuff, peanut butter and jelly, the traffic light. Like, there's, yes, you know, and look, this is a time for us to get some type of pay out, which happens in court, like when you sue somebody of money who got money or whatever to close out something. Is like, here's an opportunity to do something, and then it's happening now. Like, this should have happened a long time ago. Since we're having this conversation, I'm wondering, what was the conversation like between the Native Americans when they was offered reparations? What was the conversation like between the Japanese Americans? Do you think that they was having this type of dialogue?
See, you don't know that Indians pay taxes individually. They pay they casinos and shit don't. But individually, they the money that the fucking Indians get from the government is literally coming from
I
they
just think we
tribe.
deserve some of the
Their
fucking money
tribe
too.
generates the
Like, I'm
money
sorry,
and pay
I'm taking
taxes to the government.
it.
We're all paying taxes. Don't think for one fucking second that Native Americans don't pay taxes.
If we get reparations, I'm taking shit.
That part. I'm taking it.
Okay, but even if you
Smile on my
have to sign the paper and agree
Thank
to be an
you,
immigrant.
and have a
I'm
good
not
day.
gonna agree to
Because
this.
this should have been happened.
We don't
You
know
know
the
what I'm
best
saying?
part
We're
of
the only race. We
Oh,
make such
it
a
is, but
big deal out of everything. Like, the government, like, damn, y'all ungrateful. Damn if we do, damn if we don't. It's just gonna continuously be this racial war. You know what I mean? This racial thing in America.
Look, get in my
And so
land, leave the
it's like,
fucking love.
But you got
huh?
interracial people, you got interracial relationships and interracial business partners that's living just fine
Ain't
together.
nobody told nobody to do all of that. Like, I
I'm
mean,
just saying it's
hey,
just living
that's what
just
we
fine
got.
together, bro. Like I don't
Really
see
not good,
united
to
we
be
stand,
honest.
divided we fall. And that's why we on the fucking
And
ground
we are
because we
divided.
so
We're
divided, bro.
divided as
Because
a Black culture,
we're
but not
divided.
everybody, but majority.
You got blacks and whites, blacks and Hispanics, blacks and Asians getting each other, getting along, loving each other every fucking day, bro.
Yes,
Every
they
day,
do.
all
Yeah,
around,
yes,
all
and
around the world.
that's all facts. That's all facts. But like you said about the Native American, they receive land, okay, and billions of dollars. I
No, they
mean, do you
don't.
think they
Native
was going
Americans don't have their own patch of, as individuals, they don't have their own patch of land where the government say, okay, as a Native American, here's your 40 acres, go build you a house. They live on what we call a reservation. You know what reserves are? It's a reservation. It is reserved land, my nigga. It's a reservation. The government owns these reservations. They are 501c3s. Look it up. They are nonprofit organizations. These people are not some fucking tribe that is just like, oh yeah, they're 501c3s. They are literally nonprofit organizations.
Whatever the fuck it is, they got a leg up.
No, they don't, because they don't have individual land. You can go and live on one of them plants, on one of them motherfucking.
I don't understand why you talking like you're not going to accept it. When they give you reparations, you're not going to accept that video. Is that what the argument is about here? Like, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. I mean, it's one of those situations like all that in between don't matter. My thing is with you, Cio, if they offer you the shit, are you going to take it or not?
Not at all.
Why?
Because my ancestors, I'm agreeing to a history I have no proof of. But that's the point. I don't know. So why would I?
The whole point is to create some sort of.
Why would I? Look, it's simple math, okay? It's simple. A child can understand this. If I don't know, why would I agree to something that I don't? We tell people all the time, just that I don't know.
Reminder that Black people was not even able to learn or get educated.
Guarantee you taking your ass to the ATM and taking out as much as you can, and you don't have no idea where it came from.
You got
stop it. Nigga, so what? We don't know, but you gonna give me some fucking money? I'm gonna take that shit.
Have the government ever did that before? Have they ever just put fucking money? No,
I'm just saying.
no.
I'm just
California,
saying.
they just did the shit in
I'm
California.
just
I
saying.
don't know. It's one of those situations when you do
You don't
need to
know where
fight.
it's coming
Nigga,
from.
what you doing? What you doing?
You
I don't
still gonna
know.
take that
They're
shit.
about to give reparations to California.
It's the same thing.
Of
You gonna
course.
give me money? I don't know the history. I can't prove shit. I don't give a fuck. Give me the money. Let's go.
Hold on, James. Wait. James just spoke up on California and it's already in process. Now, mind you, I don't speak on shit I don't do research on. You can look it up. It's not even in process. It's just some shit that they're talking about. But when you look into it, you have to be able to prove that your fucking ancestors was living in California at a certain time period. If you
You
can't
can
prove it,
prove that
you're not
with
getting a check.
your records
You're
and
not
birth
getting a check. And
certificate.
that's what I'm
Yo,
telling
it's
you. If
not
you
that
can't prove
hard
some shit,
to
they not
do.
just gonna give you
You
nothing,
need
bro.
a public record and birth certificates.
Like
You
you
are
said,
going to
you
be
can
able to
keep that
find
shit with
that
your
out.
records.
Like,
Ma- marriage records, fucking census shit.
yes, the records are
Keep that
there,
shit.
like for years upon years. Soon as you are born on American soil, you are documented.
Well, that's why I said, show me documentation of an ancestor. Give me a name of an ancestor that
Go
was
to
this
your
place. Give me a
ancestry.
fucking name instead of saying my
The Hall
ancestors
of
are
Records.
Arkansas.
Go to
Give
the
me some
Hall of
type
Records,
of
and look up your
documentation.
How first you know about your family?
From who? From fucking
From
from 21 and me or from motherfucking ancestry,
From my
nigga?
family,
Ancestry finna tell me who my family is.
from my grandmother, I know that
It's not that they're telling you who your family is. They're giving you access to those records
No, they
so
not.
that you can fucking see that.
There
shit.
are no records.
Fuck out of here, Terrell.
Nisha,
I
do
don't
you
look
think?
at fucking census
Stop.
from the fucking
Nisha,
40s
Nisha,
and
stop.
seen our fucking
Nisha,
people
Nisha,
listed on there
Nisha.
with 10 other motherfuckers in the
Nisha,
household.
Nisha.
Buying fucking handwriting.
Nisha,
Not even some shit that was up, but buying fucking handwriting. So what are you telling me?
Nisha,
from the 40s.
Nisha. Come on, bro.
That's a lot.
Look. We're talking about the census and all these different things. A lot of shit people don't even pay attention to.
Bro.
Look.
That's
People
your
pay
idea.
attention
People
to
pay attention to the
the
census.
People pay attention to the census, Terrell.
Okay, tell me the categories from 1700s. Tell me the categories in the census.
Your beliefs.
Tell me the categories. Tell me the categories. Was free white man not on the census? Don't you understand that if it didn't say white man, it said free white man, meaning that white people were not free too, bro.
Let's play the 1/3 rule.
It said free blacks, free white.
The 1/3 rule.
Okay.
With a third of a count of a vote. Because what's considered human?
All right. Look.
One white vote.
Look. I just know this.
Happened to forever.
My ancestors. All right. My ancestors. I can't prove none of that shit. I can't prove with my ancestors.
Real quick. I had to take a break. I'm watching though.
Yeah, we can't. I can't. Look. I don't. I can't prove none of that shit. Only thing I know is this. I ain't know who the fuck I am. I'm not who they tell me. I'm not finna let them tell me my history. I'm not finna let them tell me where I came from. We all grew up in the same school system. We all was fucking indoctrinated with the same shit. What you mean, have I?
In the 90s, so far removed from what the fuck we've been accustomed to.
All right.
We're so far removed from segregation.
All I'm saying is
I'm arguing with people about the white man's information.
the what?
The same person who keeping us down.
It's a black man's information.
What black man got? What black man is doing the research?
The shit we live through.
Show me a black nigga that's diving to the bottom of the fucking ocean. Show me. You said you wasn't scuba diving. Show me a nigga that is. We talk all the time out. You ain't gonna catch no niggas doing their job. Come on, bro. We do not do research.
It's documented, bro.
You didn't document it.
These black
You didn't document it, nice. People trust you. If you say if you look, I trust you. So if you tell me, Cio, I went there and I saw it.
There's a lot. There's a line where people we've been lying to other people,
But
it's
too much trust. I don't care.
Read between the lines.
I don't
You
care.
can't say everything to me for bullshit. But they like get the information that you gave to.
We don't even treat each other like this. Let him look. If your man or your girl cheat, if your man or your girl lie or cheat on you, you're gonna be like, oh bitch, I can't trust you no more. Da, 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 da. Hold on. But when the government and these people are known liars, for some reason, we want to pick and choose. Oh, yeah, they lied to us about that, but they tell us, so what? We don't even treat each other like that. My nigga, let you find out your best friend knew that you know, your girl was fucking somebody else and he didn't say nothing. Nigga, you gonna be pissed off at this nigga. All right? So like I said, we treat each other fucked up, but our true enemy, we trust them. We trust their information. We trust so much shit, my nigga, but you won't even let me tell you some shit without you being able to go and look at it.
What's fact?
It's not fact because it's not your fact.
I'm telling you what I know as opposed to what you have no idea.
Well, teach me what you know, and not what you were told, or what somebody, the research somebody else did, and you said
Information.
Forever
Where
trying
you
to
get
talk.
your information to say what you believe is true?
I don't believe it.
Thank you,
That's my point.
Nisha.
I don't
You've been
believe
doing
it.
that the whole time.
If I can't prove it, I don't believe it.
Terrell, she trying to talk.
Hey, I'm just in on the conversation. You know, this is clash of thoughts. This is the way the wind blows. Like, you know what I mean? But you know, we have to hear one another. It's kind of difficult to talk over one another and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, like, this is clash of thoughts. Like, that's the clash of it all. You know what I mean? So, I mean, is this one of those situations that all money is not good money?
It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I gotta see what the stipulations are. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, what is the detail? What is the
leave me the fuck alone, and I'm cool with that. But if there's some, I said, if you giving me money and you gonna leave me alone, okay, I'm cool with that. But if you got, you know, like he said, oh, you gotta stop and say you an immigrant, or you gotta do this and you gotta do that, then I probably don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
If these are the same people who put us in this position, why do we think they're going to take us out of it?
Because it's popular.
If they put us in this position and they have us here, why do we think they're going to all of a sudden do the right thing?
Get more black
that's what I'm saying. You're trusting the same person that you said is the enemy. You're trusting that he's going to do the right thing. He's never does the right thing.
All white people. And like,
I'm talking about the government. That's what I'm talking about. The people who giving us the checks. It's a trap. That's the problem. Black people always fall for the fucking trap. We always fall for the trap as Black people. We fall for the trap, even though we've been deceived time and time and time again by the same government. We still fall for the fucking trap every single time.
See, Cio, that's what I'm saying. Why are we the ones who always got a trap on us? Like, it's always a walking into a trap situation.
Because we're so emotional about things, Doug. If we stop being emotional, right, and we start using logic and saying, I don't care what the fuck you're saying. If I can't prove it, bro, I'm not going with that. We're gullible and we're emotional.
Being emotional.
They play off of it.
Does that mean you're passionate about a topic, or passionate? Do you feel like
if you got a victimized mind? Look, we tell our kids, if you don't protect yourself outside, all the kids gonna think it's cool to bully you. Okay, so that's what we doing. Every time they do something to us, we're not fighting back. So guess what? They gonna keep on bullying us, bro.
I can agree to that. That's
until we stand the fuck up and say, fuck y'all history, fuck y'all system, y'all lied, y'all cheated us, y'all beat us, y'all imprisoned us, y'all treated us wrong all this time. I don't want to hear shit else y'all got to say. I would never trust these people to do the right thing, nigga. Never. I would never trust them to do the right thing. We got too much trust in people who have not showed us they trustworthy. Period. Why do we believe
our own resources? You know what? Love brings all together. And I do believe a lot of these white people were fucking Black people, and families merged. Okay. Yeah. Business partners became closer. People started to have a better understanding of the Black movement and what Black people go through. I think that's what sometimes create change and wanting to fix things, because the white America already know how we get down when it comes down to money. It could be a game. Like, man, COVID showed me a lot. People was getting all this money and don't have nothing to show. I do, but a lot of people don't have nothing to show. Oh, y'all, my battery is dying too on my computer. Yep. So, look, moving forward, if this money is granted to us and we accept it, what are some ideas? What is some like points or whatever you could give to people to do something with this money? Like, what should they do with this money?
Go get you a key and flip it. buy you a bunch of guns, get you a bunch of ammo. If you do drugs, buy a lot of it. Snort all the coke you can. Go to the liquor bank, buy every bottle you can afford. Drink yourself to death, black man. Okay, drink yourself to death. But all you wretched ass women out here with kids who don't fuck with your kids, get the reparation check for your kids. Go get your nails done. Go get your weave. Go get all that shit. The same shit black people have done with their money.
Why are you telling them to do the things that they should not do, bro?
This is the shit we love doing. This is what we love.
This is a fucked up situation, bro.
We black grown people. If you need another adult, if you need another adult to tell you to do the right thing, bro, you don't need to have children.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm saying we're adults, but we don't have adult minds. We don't critical think, my nigga. We act like we're children.
We were not taught.
So what? You're an adult. Teach yourself. We have children.
First thing I
How could a nigga know what the fuck he never knew?
So look,
By listening to somebody who's trying to bring another perspective instead of defending.
Fucking line in rap history. How could a motherfucker know what the fuck he never knew?
By defending the narrative.
We don't fucking teach ourselves.
By defending the narrative. By
No.
defending the narrative. If the whole narrative is a lie and we're not trying to figure out the truth, we're going based on the
this
lie.
is where I agree with Terrell on some shit. In so many words, it's like, I said them again, we're so far removed from the idea of money being what's being reparated to us, repaired to us. If you give us money, mind your motherfucking business, what the fuck we gonna do with our money? I'm not gonna tell the next man what to do with their money, because if we're gonna do what the fuck we're gonna do regardless. I think if it's in the terms of reparations, it needs to be something substantial as far as like something where we can literally have a foundation.
We need to have better
It's
access
bigger
to
than money.
education that's gonna teach us some fucking life skills and shit that matters.
We don't even
We
don't even homeschool our kids. But once they look, we don't even homeschool our kids.
Teach them some shit that's gonna fucking matter.
If they gave niggas land,
over our fucking credit as young teenagers.
okay, look.
Because we do nothing
Look,
about it.
if they gave us land,
What I'm saying is that give us more opportunity
Check
to
ain't gonna
teach.
shut niggas up.
I'm
wait,
not saying
hold on,
check.
stop.
I'm
Wait,
saying the opportunity
Stop.
to teach us better. Those checks could be going to our shitty ass schools. Those checks could be going to better fucking teaching systems or fucking teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be you get 1,000, you get 1,000, you get 1,000. Put that shit into some shit that's gonna help our fucking community, and let us decide where it's gonna go. How about that? Just give us the power to decide where the fuck our taxes is going. I'm cool with that.
You know that ain't gonna happen.
because
But that's what I'm saying.
but look,
Exactly,
but that's what I'm saying.
That's too much.
We're in fairy tale land. Look,
That gives
even
the
even
money
Right there.
even if they gave us land, Doug Mitch, look, Doug Mitch.
I'm listening.
Look, if they, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, stop. Wait, hold on, Jay Knight. Look, hold on, look, I'm gonna just put it into perspective. Nice. If they gave you 40 acres right now, who is going to upkeep your land?
Me, nigga.
That's up to me.
We'll put it down here.
I'm gonna keep my land. And I'm gonna teach my kids how to keep the land. And we're gonna keep that shit going.
But you see what I'm saying though? If we get whatever we get, okay, we have to take care of exactly. We can get land right now, and niggas is not going to keep the grass.
But that's what I'm saying. I agree.
I'm not talking about emotion. Listen, bro. Listen, Rick Ross. Listen, please. Rick Ross said it cost him $10,000 to cut his motherfucking trees. So stop, bro.
My battery's about to die, y'all.
You don't got 40 acres, nigga.
What are you gonna do with 40 acres, nigga? Now, Rick Ross, what are you gonna do with this?
I'm very.
That's what I'm saying,
Look,
Whoever's trying to talk, be quiet.
Yeah, thank you. I'm saying my battery's about to die, and for some reason my charger is not working.
Okay, so she cutting it off on us.
I said that if it goes out, then we got to
hey, you know, look. Hey, the devil alive, huh? Hey, the devil alive, right?
Alive.
No, the devil is alive. He working right now. He look. He trying to end.
Work hard.
The devil is a lie.
Well, can we all pray right now to God? Can we see if God come through for us and get your shit to work? Let's all collectively pray and see if God gonna come through for us and make this happen. Come on.
My charger is really not
man.
working.
We on some old fairy tale tooth fairy shit. If my shit ain't charging, it's not charging. I'm not gonna pray to God that my shit start charging.
That's not how that works.
Don't you have a
But we want to say
charger?
the devil was working.
You started that.
The devil, things ain't going right. The devil show is alive. Somebody, man.
I'm being sarcastic right now.
Thank you for having us forever.
Until next time.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, y'all. And I'm trying to see if my son have a charger for his too.
Until next time.
Thank you. Until next time. Lots of love.
All right, y'all. You know what? We definitely gonna have to follow up on this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when the computer gonna shut down. I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm not trying to get hung
How
up
you
on.
gonna deny me that you got a whole second?
I'm not trying to get hung up on. So bye. That's disrespectful
right?
when you talking to a motherfucker and they phone just go dead. You're finna hang up on me,
the
nigga.
conversation was definitely real. I mean, wow, the clash of thoughts definitely went down tonight. Okay, my battery is dying, and unfortunately, my charger is not trying to charge.
And the black race is dying too.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
The black coats are dying right with your battery.
Somebody
have us on again. Thank you.
Pray for this young.
Yeah. It was
all right,
good,
I'm gonna call y'all out.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, this was
we love y'all. Whoever see this, peace.
Whoever's watching, bye-bye.
All right, now let's go, baby.